Hello, my name is Dan Johnson, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing and unboxing the brand new Doctor Who Steelbook, which is entitled Doctor Who The Daleks in Colour. This is the 60th anniversary offering, I guess, that we were given on Doctor Who Day last year, and it's a 75-minute cut of the Daleks. So they've taken the big 7-parter, which is, that's 2.5 hours, maybe going up to 3 hours long, and cut it to 75 minutes with brand new sound effects, brand new Dalek voices. Of course, this 75-minute cut is in colour. I'll do my unboxing, then I shall talk about the episode itself, because unlike many other times when I'm doing these unboxings, I've actually seen this thing, and whether I think it's actually worth buying. Across this kaleidoscope of a background, we have an image of a Dalek. Absolutely no flies on me. What I really like about this steelbook that the pictures don't really give justice to is the fact that it is a beautiful purple colour. In my hand now, as I move it, as I bring it sort of away from the light and closer to it, it becomes sort of very dark, and as it shines on the light, there's this gorgeous sort of almost like spilt petrol look to it, which I really like. And I think that, as I say this quite often, it will stand out nicely in the shelf because of that. So we carry on. We've got the logo down at the bottom with, of course, the Daleks in colour. It's a PG. Then if we take a look at the spine, we have the Daleks in colour once again. And it's nice to see that this spine is not like the 60th anniversary and doesn't cover the entire thing and therefore is overlapped by the cardboard. On the back, we have an image of our TARDIS team, as well as a little sort of explanation about what we're getting here, which is, on an alien world, the Doctor encounters the Daleks for the very first time in this newly colorized edit of a classic adventure. Includes bonus features and the original black and white episodes of the Daleks. And then down at the bottom we have the technical information, which I, of course, as normal, will not go into too much detail on. And then if we take the lovely cover off, we have a proper look at our Dalek image. I particularly like this sort of dark space element creeping up the Dalek's body. I think that makes it look less like they've just stuck a PNG of a Dalek on it. I like the artistic touch of the silhouette of the Dalek and sort of adding that space sort of corrupting up the shape. I think it's quite nice. If we take a look at the back, the only thing we have not seen yet from the exterior cover, and that is the TARDIS image that we saw earlier, amongst that gorgeous kaleidoscope petrol spill style design. And even though it's simplistic, it still has this really nice artistic modern flair to it. Was that a bit pretentious? I don't know. I'm going to roll with it though, because I feel like it made sense. Let's open up the cover, and we have our usual slip of stuff, which I think I missed out on my most recent release, which has information on The Church on Ruby Road, the new book. We have Big Finish, Doctor Who magazine, Doctor Who comics, vinyls, in fact, that Dalek Awakens game, which I thought had finished now, but it apparently keeps going, and of course some pin badges at the bottom. On the left, we have our disc. So disc 1 is the Daleks in colour there. This is the artwork that you get if you purchase the Blu-ray or the DVD, which is about £15 to £20, depending on what you buy. In this disc, you have the 75-minute cut of the Daleks in colour, as well as a sort of making-of documentary, which is about 10-11 minutes long, about how they made the story, which is quite interesting. And then on disc 2, you essentially have the DVD, may I state. They've not upscaled these to Blu-ray. This is the DVD of the Daleks as you would buy it normally. It has the same menus, the same effects. Like I said, they've not restored it or anything. It's a carbon copy of that disc, but with a different cover. That's an important thing to mention with this release, is that I feel like with other releases, the animations that we've been getting, they've been fully animated. We've had full stories animated. Never mind omnibuses and things like that. We've had full 6 parts animated. In this one, you get your 75 minutes, and then the second disc is not justified in the fact that they've just given you the DVD again, which of course is going to put some people off, but not me. And then on the back, we have the continuation of our sort of galaxy display. And so that is your Steelbook. The actual contents of it, I did really enjoy. That 75-minute cut is a real interesting experience into cutting down a big episode like that and seeing whether they can match a pace to maybe a modern episode of Doctor Who. And I found that aspect quite fascinating. The colorization is absolutely gorgeous. The pacing towards the end is a bit strange because they include sort of like montages almost that were clearly not supposed to be montages. So they're sort of working with what they have. And as much as it sort of carries the story along, if not a bit rushed, it's a bit, it takes you back a bit when you see them, and it feels like you skipped over bits because, of course, we have. I did check because my biggest gripe that I had when I watched it initially was that the 75-minute cut had some weird mixing issues where sound effects and music were way louder than they should be, and the dialogue was really low. And I think the same thing still applies. I've just watched a little bit of it now, and it seems like Barbara's voice is quieter than the doors opening. I do think it's a shame that we don't get a full colorization of the Daleks as in all 7 parts. I know it's a very expensive process, and I know that it isn't fully tried and tested yet. These are mostly experiments, whether they could do a full episode like this and whether people are going to watch it and therefore buy it. So for that, I'm happy to support it. This feels like something for completionists and for Steelbook collectors more than anything else, unless for your Doctor Who fans or your general Doctor Who fans, because of course you can watch the colorization of the Daleks on iPlayer. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you give it a like. Tell me your thoughts on this release as well as the colorization itself. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you give it a like, subscribe if you're new. I shall see you next time. Goodbye.